I'm gonna show to you, my fellow chessers, the chess game between Praggnanandhaa and Hikaru Nakamura in FIDE Candidates 2024, round number 11. So let's begin on d4, d5, knight f3, knight f6, c4, c5, c takes d5, c takes d4. Ooh, this is Queen's Gambit declined. Austrian gossip counter gambit. So queen takes d4. Ooh, transpose it cross variation. So queen takes d4, queen takes d5, knight c3, and then queen takes d4, and then knight takes d4, and then a6, g3, e5, knight b3, and then knight c6, bishop g2, a5, knight b5, bishop b4. Good move, my fellow chessers. So bishop d2, king e7, a3, bishop takes d2, and then knight takes d2, and then a4, knight c4, and then bishop e6, and then rook c1, rook a6, castles king side, and then rook d8, and then knight e3, rook a5, attacking the knight on b5. Bishop takes c6, b takes c6, then knight c3, then bishop b3, and then knight b1, rook a6, rook a6, f4, and then e4, and then king f2, and then rook b6, and then knight c3, g6, and then rook b1, knight d5, rook bc1, rook cb1, and then f5, g4, then f takes g4, and then knight takes g4, knight takes f4, king e3. Mistake of Praggnanandhaa, my fellow chessers. The best continuation on this position is king e3. So let's continue on. King e1, king e1, king e3, and then knight g5, king takes e4, and then knight takes c3, and then b takes c3, c5, rook f4. Mistake. The best continuation on this position is king f4, my fellow chessers. So let's continue on. Rook f4, bishop g5, good move, king e3, h5, good move, c4, counter attack, my fellow chessers. That's what you call counter attack, my fellow chessers. So bishop a8, knight h6, rook e6, king f2, rook f6, king g3, rook h8. Ooh, rook takes f6, king takes f6, rook f1 check, king g7, knight f5, no choice, my fellow chessers. So g takes f5, and then rook takes f5, rook c8, rook takes h5, bishop b7, king f4, bishop a6, then king e5, king e5, king g6, rook h4, my fellow chessers. So king g5, good move, rook h3, bishop takes c4, and then rook g3 check, and then king h6, e4, rook c6, king f5, bishop f7, then king e5, c4, king g4, and then d6, and then king c5, rook d3, then king b4, rook b3 check, and then king takes a4, and then rook takes g3, and then Praggnanandhaa resigns the game, my fellow chessers, because if you continue the game, h takes g3, and as you can see, Nakamura have extra bishop on f7.